This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, welcome to War and Pieces. Now, today we're going to be talking about the 10th coin game in the series from the unbelievable GMT, who, I mean, the games they crank out and the quality and the beauty and things that they do are just amazing. But I want to take a different type of look at this because we've done coin games before. We've gone over the explanation. I want to show you some of the components down on the table and stuff like that. But this is the second video that I've done that I want to talk about what the designers are thinking for this entire series, okay? Because this is kind of, you can almost look at it as a 10th anniversary. We know it's a great game. There's nothing changes here as far as that's concerned. There's a couple of little nuances I want to point out that I'm really impressed with. But I want to talk about the series a little bit and why you need to go out and not only get this game, but get the other series. This picks a very particular point in time, which is very interesting, and as well as anything that the coin series has done. This is about Finland from 1917 to 1918, and some of the turmoil that goes through, and we're going to talk about that when we go down to the board a little bit, but we're mostly going to talk about it at the end of the video when we are telling you how great this game is, because it's going to be no shock to you, and how great GMT is, no shock to you, okay? And do something a little different than everybody else does, okay? Not to rush a video out or anything like that, but really this game has made me think, and this whole series has made me think. And it's really an amazing thing. I hope I don't butcher his name. What, Volko? My biggest problem is I can't hear myself talk because of my ear, as you know. But and I do my best with names. And then VPJ, and I'm not even going to try your last name, who game designed this particular coin series. But again, Volko is the one that started this whole coin series, and it's just amazing. And I kind of want to put out there what I think that he's thinking about when he came up with this series, this incredible series that has survived 10 games and many more in the future, hopefully. So let's go down to the table, check it out a little bit, and then we'll come back up, and then I want to talk to you about All Bridges Burning, Red Revolt and White Guard in Finland, 1917 to 1918. Another treasured addition to the coin series. Let's go down the table. Check it out. The board is pretty big, so I kind of have to pick up my camera and move around. I'm not going to show you the gameplay because it pretty much everything falls in line for a coin game and how it works. What I do want to show you is how beautiful this map is, okay, and how this all just it really is moving. Unbelievably moving. You're going to have the cards, of course, and how you're going to play the cards, of course, but it's the beautiful art, okay, and how different things happen during, the German action phase and some of the other phenomenal phases that go on here. Propaganda cards, how you're going to have to conduct propaganda, which plays a big part in this game. It's not just a military a movement, as you can see the Red Revolt here, but it is also how you control the Senate and the political aspects. One of the things that I really enjoy about this is the solo version of this, and you're going to have cards that are going to tell you how to go through each and every phase, whether you're playing the Reds, the Senate, or the Moderates, okay? And really It really helps you out here, and playing solo is just excellent. The sequence of play are just like anything else, and you have these beautiful cards that are come with it. You're going to have your event cards. Should you run into a propaganda phase, it spells all that out. So it's going to show you how each faction is going to work, as well as your attack procedure should you battle. Also, if you decide to play solo, I mean, I really love the solo aspect of it. It's very, very high. So not only does it play excellently with 3, but it does a lot of things. And as you can see, just a rundown of the non-player events. You're going to have cards that are going to be, of course, for the Reds, the Senate, and the moderates, and they're going to show you how each one of these actions are going to work and some of the things that you're going to do. And it really references the playbook excellently. So it's something that's just done. Of course, you have 3 versions of it. A rule book that, I'll tell you something. Here's the thing about it. There's not a lot of pages, and I've gone through this. I think the rules are about 12 pages at most. Let's see if I'm right here. No, I'm actually wrong. Yeah, it's actually 19 pages. But it explains everything to you, tells you to stop, and then it's going to talk about how the solo version works. So everything, again, this is what GMT does, and they do it very, very well, is they give you a book that is easy to reference, easy to understand, shows you everything, tells you how victory conditions and so forth. The playbook, which I think is just absolutely fantastic. It gives you the history behind this game, so you understand what is going on during this incredible revolt. And Finland trying to claim its independence. It's a very interesting and thought-provoking subject, as well as all the coin games. Really just does a fantastic job, and then gives you what you really need is a complete example of play. So you're going to set up the game, and you're going to go through this, and I've gone through this 2 to 3 times. And I'll tell you something. This does a great job to make sure that you understand how each phase, and it goes through quite a few phases, so you understand how the entire game works. And this playbook does a phenomenal, excellent job of showing you with not only the 3-player and 2-player, but it gives you a solo example of how to play the game, so you comprehend it and get it and make it very easy. Now, yeah, we didn't go over any gameplay. I wanted to show you everything here, but this video is more about the coin series and why you should go out and buy this game. Okay, why you should discover this game, why this game is what it is, why there are 10 coin games out and more to come. So let's go up top and get some of my thoughts about the coin series and All Bridges Burning, Red Revolt, White Guard in Finland, 1917 to 1918. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, immersive, phenomenal, solitary aspects of this game, as well as being able to go up to 3 players and really have a unique aspect, and where you guys can play one. If you have 3 players, one week you can play one side, and then the next week you can play another, and then the next week you can play another out of the 3 sides. This is a very interesting period of time. When you think about what is going on here, and what encompasses this tremendous series, the complexity is not overdone, and one of the great things about the coin games is that I find that a lot of Euro players get pulled into it. I have a good friend, Candace, who got pulled into. People that normally won't play war games will play coin games and go, wow, This is amazing. But those players sometimes miss what's going on here, okay? They're playing the game to play the game and not understand what I think these phenomenal and just moving designers have done. Volko has done with this series, okay? He's tried to point out a couple things that there have been, not everything has to be a giant world war, okay? There are little battles that go on throughout history that have been fought not only with guns, but in a political sense. People posturing, propaganda, things to unite and break up. You know, a lot of these revolts. When you look at this series, what does this series should teach you a lot of things about civil wars, about tribes. You take some of the earlier games, the Afghanistan game, where the main currency, in a lot of ways, are drugs, and how these different tribes can either thrive or die by it, or causing insurrection to try to have these tribes war against each other. Here, Finland, who has fought so hard for their independence, okay, now has an opportunity because of Russia's indecisiveness at this particular time. But now you're also dealing with Germany. You have the reds, the whites, the blues, the moderates, and all the political aspect, as well as the actual physical battles that go on. Finland trying to become, an industrial and an independent nation, and the beautiful tale that this game tells of how that works. And that's one of the great things about all these coin games. Look at Insurgent in Vietnam. I'm just looking at it over here. The Cuba version, the Revolution version. It's all about the indomitable spirit of man and in belief, and an incredible belief. Okay, regardless of what side you are on, these people were passionate about what they wanted for their country, what they wanted for that particular time, their vision for it, and what they were willing to lay down or manipulate for it. And that's what this series does, in my mind. And I think that's what Volko is trying to show you with this incredible, unbelievable coin series. I hope they just keep on making as many, forever, because this takes little snippets in time, and show you some of the struggles and how countries or the way things, whether good or bad, have gotten to the certain point that they are. And these games do a beautiful job. The art, the immersion of the cards, okay, making you think on how you can politically, propaganda, as well as use force to push your agenda, to try to change history, and how it tells the tale of being able to play each side of whatever faction it is throughout this series, of how of being able to see through their eyes and go, wow, if only they did this or did that, and then to compliment how the side that ultimately won, or the damage that was done between two sides, affected a nation, a country, a providence, history. That's the thing that I want the Euro player to see. That's the thing that I think the war gamer, I hope, sees. Okay? And not just goes, oh, another coin game. No. Look what they're trying to tell you. Look what they're trying to show you. It really is beautiful and thought-provoking. And something for me that I find very moving. Each one of these games does so much and so many different things. And I really think that not only should you go out and get All Bridges Burning, but if you're new to the coin games, go get every one, in time, try to get each one and see how this beautiful story is told in each game. The will of mankind. It's an amazing thing. And the manipulation of mankind and the lies and all the things that make humans human, and how it works out on these phenomenal, unbelievable, and moving games. So I tip a hat to GMT, who, again, as you saw, beautiful components. Volko, all the designers of the coin games. The series is at 10 for a reason. These are fantastic, unbelievable experiences that I think everyone should take a look at. So, yeah, I didn't go through gameplay as much because I've done a ton of these with the gameplay. Go check those out. It may even interest you in a different time period as we talk about different things. But I'm telling you right now, you will not be disappointed. And go out, take a look at this, investigate it. There's 1,000 videos that are ready that are doing All Bridges Burning. Maybe you find one that really explains the game to you. But I wanted to talk about the passion of this entire series and this latest edition and what it does and what it makes you think about, instead of just showing you plain old gameplay. So a different look at it, but don't worry, we'll be back with our normal looks at games with our next things, whatever GMT comes out with, or any of the other great war games that we do here on War and Pieces. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob.